everybody, here with Coach Todd Hafner. Coach, one game left. You guys got senior day tomorrow against Trinity International. Should be quite an experience.
Yeah.
A little snow flying.
It'll be something to remember. You know?
Definitely. It'll be fun for the seniors.
Right.
Say, hey man, I wanted my last game and it was like 15 degrees and like 20 inches. Okay, it won't be that bad, but it's gonna be. I said to the Adams brothers, I said, hey man, that's gonna run right into our wheelhouse.
That's right.
Nobody's gonna want to throw in that weather, so we're gonna run, and it's gonna be fun.
It'll be a lot of fun, and it's we always treasure senior day for a lot of reasons, but this group of kids was really special have been for a long time. A lot of these kids have been playing since their freshman or sophomore year, and for them to go out, in grand fashion with snow and wind and cold and all the good stuff, it'll be something to cherish and to remember, and we're looking forward to it.
Definitely. Just talk about Trinity a little bit. They've got some experience in their key two players on offense, but they're a really young team looking at their 2D. It looks like a lot of freshmen and sophomores dot that.
Well, they had a lot of older kids playing last year for them, and they were in our game last year. They were going for the first winning record in a long time, and top 3 in the conference and things like that. Unfortunately, we were able to score a touchdown late to seal the victory. And this year they're trying to replace all of those older kids. Right. And the two mainstays, like you said, are their quarterback and their running back, and they're both all conference level players. Right. The running backs first in the Midwest League in rushing, and their quarterbacks ranked right up there in pass efficiency, and they're good. They have some good weapons on the outside too. They did replace a lot of players on defense, which. They're well-rounded in their scheme. They've been doing the same thing for a long time there, and so we think that if we go out and execute and do the right things, shut down the two big guns, that we should have a good chance to win.
Sure. Defensively, just talking with Scott, Jake Adams, he said they tend to be really aggressive, so feel like we can take advantage of that aggressiveness. As far as talk about that side first, just the aggressiveness. I had something else I'll have to think about.
Well, and that there are things that that are certain keys that our quarterback will have to see. He'll have to see the blitz. He'll have to see they lined up a little bit different to us last year, which looking back over last year's film to this year's film, if a defense had some success, they tend to do it again, and so we're anticipating some of that. But again, it's all predicated off of where they're aligned. So if our quarterback can get us in the right spot, we should be okay and feel good about our game plan going in.
Mm-hmm. What I was going to say is they tend to give up a lot of yards rushing. I think a high almost 200.
Right.
That's a lot for rushing. Obviously, you got to feel pretty good about that.
Well, and the way a lot of teams attack them is a little bit different than how we're going to attack them. But at the same time, a lot of giving up rushing yards is how you play up front, and they're just young, and with the experience that we have, we'll do our best to try and take advantage of some of their youth and attack them and run it right at them, and we'll see how that goes.
Definitely. Being this the last game of the year, good time to recap, if any, good time right now.
Yeah. To
look at the whole season as a whole. A tough season, as always. A very grueling schedule. You guys had South Dakota in there. You had, St. Francis. You beat them on the road. Grandview, St. X, over and over. It seemed like every week was a battle. Put it in a nutshell.
Well, we knew 3 years ago when we got it was going to be a grind, and so this team's played very well. Yeah. We faced a lot of adversity with some injuries, and obviously. We've played basically 9 games without our starting quarterback.
Sure.
And Tyler and Hunter have done a great job. I don't want to downplay that,
no.
but it's when your number one guy's gone, things change a little bit. Yeah. We've played games without some offensive linemen. We've played games without some running backs, and so it's football. But if those guys are healthy,
right.
You just never know what could have happened.
Exactly.
So, we had and have a great football team, and the wins and losses aside, a great football team, and the fact that these kids are. They've been great in the classroom. They've been great in the community. Like I told the kids yesterday after practice, this group of kids is going to be great husbands and fathers, and out in the workforce, they're going to be a great worker for somebody. Some of them are going to own their own business someday. Right. That's the kind of person they are. So, it's just been a joy for us. Last year it was a struggle at times with some team chemistry, and that was from day one. That's never been an issue, and a lot of that is because these guys kind of took it upon themselves to make sure that it was going to be a fun year, whether we won every game or whether we didn't win any. And fortunately for us, we've won a few, so it's made it a lot more fun. But we'll go out tomorrow and really try and encourage the underclassmen to give it all and lay it on the line, because these kids deserve to go out winners.
Right, definitely. Can always talk about recruiting and off season and stuff, and maybe we will. Maybe we'll revisit in January and talk about all that stuff and see how things are going. But right now, just leave it on. It's going to be a fun day for the seniors tomorrow, and wish you the best of luck. Trinity International coming to town, noon start tomorrow. It's going to be cold, but bundle up, come out, support your Statesman seniors one last go round.
Yeah, and they deserve that. They really do. And we live in Iowa, so everyone has warm clothes. Put on a pair of long johns and a parka, and put your gloves and hat on, and come out and watch these kids play one last time.
Definitely. All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.